Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Maya, and in today's video, you guys, it's for the kings. I'm still holding you guys to that standard. And in today's video, call me Khaleesi, because we're gonna be learning how to train your dragons, if you know what I mean. Y'all got dragons that are running wild, that have not been trained, and that can cause a lot of danger to you and other people. So let's get into it. So for some reason, Spirit was gave me this analogy of how to train your dragon. And I know there's a movie about this. I actually haven't watched it, but I had to look it up because I was curious of why this analogy came to me. But the premise of how to train your dragon is they're fighting against dragons. And that's how they prove themselves to be superior Vikings in the movie. I had to look this up. I haven't watched the movie, so it might not be accurate 100%. But the premise, the analogy is very accurate. Because in today's society, men are really just fighting against their own lustful thoughts, their own urges, their own sexual programming that is not to your benefit. It's keeping you in a slave mindset, and you're fighting against the power of your own frequency, your own God force inside of you. You're fighting against that. So it needs to come from a healthy place when we get into sexual relationships with women. It has to come from a healthy place when we want to tug one out. It has to be backed by the frequency of love, or you will feel depleted. You will not feel energized. So we're going to actually learn how to train the dragon to benefit us and the society around us. Instead of fighting with the dragon, fighting with yourself, fighting with your thoughts, fighting the urges. Now, yes, you will obviously have to fight the urges, but let's not look at it as a fight. Let's look at it as just training that energy to serve us, to serve our futures, to serve our highest timeline. Instead of allowing this dragon to be this fire-breathing dragon, breathing fire onto things and damaging us and other people, maybe other women. Maybe you have some ties with women. Maybe your energetics aren't healthy. We're going to be training it. So how do we train our dragons then, Maya? Well, firstly, it's by getting to know the dragon. It's by getting to know the energetic behind your lustful thoughts, behind your urges. What is it? Have you ever fully felt it? Have you ever felt, I'm sure you've felt your dragon before, but the energy of your own sexual energy. Have you actually ever just let it be in your body? Have you? Have you ever explored it? Probably not. I'm sure you're very quick to just go grab lotion and tug and rub. Your guys' right hand is like that Drake song. You my right hand, you my go-to. That's you guys with your right hand. And we got our right hand or left hand. No, they're not going to be our go-to from now on, okay? You know what is going to be our go-to? Self-mastery of the mind. That's going to be our go-to. And I really want to make sure you guys in these videos, you don't think I'm judging people who choose to participate in masturbation. None of this is coming from judgment. All of this semen retention is coming from actually self-discipline that will benefit you for your future timelines and not hinder you. Anyone who goes against semen retention, I truly look at as, everyone has the right to think whatever they want, but there's a part of them that is not ready to hear the truth. They're not ready for it. Don't hate them for it. The only thing that matters is you're ready. You're ready to tame the beast. You're ready to ride the dragon out, not fight against it. And the greatest power is when you learn your own sexual energy, your own dragon. You learn how to ride it. So then you can actually use it to your benefit instead of being afraid of the dragon. Do you guys know the scene in Avatar where you have to like pick they're not dragons, but the creatures in Avatar, and you have to battle it kind of in a way, and you have to jump on it, and you have to tie your hair, and then you make that connection, and it's a lifetime connection. That's your dragon for a lifetime, or whatever they're called in Avatar. Sorry, I forget what they're called, but you know what I mean? Semen retention is that. You're not just gonna jump on this self-mastery right away. You're gonna have to battle a lot of your thoughts. You're gonna have to battle against the urges that come up. You're gonna have to battle against the women even who are laying traps on your trail. Here's another topic. This isn't really about women, but I do want to mention this, men. Don't fall for women's sex slave traps they leave out for you. You know, the girls in like leggings and showing their ass or whatever. You know exactly what I'm talking about. The ones that you probably fiend over. In those moments where you give that lady or whatever, that woman, a tap, a like, it's allowing her to be validated in a very unhealthy sense. And then you're actually gaining something out of it for some reason. Please let me know what you gain out of liking and validating a woman, a part of the sex slave industry, which lots of women are not aware of. Not a lot of women are aware that they're in the sex slave industry, and this is something I preach about as well. So you as men have a high responsibility during semen retention to be a leader for the masculine and change the course for the masculinity upon this planet. Would you want your daughters online showing their ass? No, you would not. I definitely would not. So stop participating in women's sex traps they leave out for you. That's a side note. I had to mention that though because it's important. Back to how to train your dragons. We have to really, you guys, when you guys are committing to this, when you guys are committing to getting to know yourself, past urges, past lustful thoughts, past sexual desires, you are actually allowing yourself to fully know yourself. You're allowing yourself to know your full energy. You're proving to yourself that my thoughts, these sexual urges, will I actually benefit afterwards from touching myself? What will it take for me to love myself? A lot of people only masturbate, only have sex, usually, because they're bored, because they're numb, because they want to feel something, or they're feeling a lot of stress, so they need dopamine, so they'll tug and rub, and then they'll just be left feeling even worse, usually, depleted, because it's not backed by love. It's backed by avoidance. A lot of people avoid themselves. And that's why semen retention is so powerful. Because it's you not avoiding yourself. It's you actually meeting yourself. It's actually you not participating in all the sexual traps that are everywhere nowadays. You have to practice a lot of awareness. Because sometimes it doesn't look like a sexual trap, but it is. But it is. Even women, when you go out. Now, I mean, this is hard because people have their own styles, people yada yada. But girls are very aware of what they're doing. They're aware. If they wear certain things, yes, they are going to get male attention. If they post certain things online, they're going to get male attention. Listen, I know because I used to do this last year. I used to do things where I thought I was just being empowered in my own sexuality, where I was leaking my energy out. And that is something I will never do again. Train your dragon to serve you. Train your dragon to fly above today's society. Rise above it with your dragon, with that sexual energy. Use that dragon to fly above. So then you can actually see the illusions in today's society as well, because you're not a part of it. You're seeing it from another level, a higher level. You're not in the war. Maybe you have some, maybe if you don't masturbate, maybe you have some anger built up in you. I've seen comments like this where it's like, if I don't masturbate, I feel more angry. That's really important to look into. Very important to look into. You should thank yourself for even being aware that you're more angry when you don't bust out, because that anger is in you. Just because you busted out, that anger is not going anywhere. It's still in you. It's just going to find other outlets to take it out on. So do not take it out on other people when you're angry. You should never use the excuse that, because I haven't masturbated, then it's an excuse to treat people poorly. If you're on this and you're feeling really pent up, like you need to get something out, do it in healthier ways. This is setting you up for the future, setting you up for relationships, setting you up to actually deal with pent up energy inside of you that has nothing to do with masturbation or sexual energy. It has everything to do with a really repressed emotion that you haven't been able to fully feel. And when you fully feel it, you will release it. But you won't release it when you just tug it out, when you just bust it out. You think you're releasing it, but you're not. You're actually planting that anger deeper, because guess what? Semen is life force energy. That's life. So if you're angry and you feel like, or you're stressed out and you think the only option is to masturbate or go have sex, guess what? You're planting life into that energy. Yeah, you just planted your seed using that anger, that angry energy, that whatever type of energy you're trying to get out of you. You're planting it deeper into the soil of that thought stream. So you're really just sinking deeper in it. Even though you think you just released it, you didn't. Semen is a seed. You just gave life to that thought. The last thought you thought about, or the energy that you use to masturbate with, it's gonna plant. And that plant could not be a nice plant. It could be a toxic plant. It could be poisonous. And then you're gonna have to deal with it. The most powerful man in the world is one who can control his sexual desires. Are you ready to meet yourself in a new way? Are you ready to use your dragon? Are you ready to meet your dragon? Are you ready to tame your dragon and form that connection to it? A lifelong connection to it that will help you in this life, that will make you rise above. It's not for everyone, but for the ones who are committed to themselves, committed to self-improvement, committed to self-discipline, you're on the right track. You attracted this video for a reason. Be proud of yourself. Do not listen to any other men tell you that you're weird for doing this, you're a simp, da-da-da-da-da. Lies. Lies. They're just not ready. They're just overly controlled by their own urges, sexual urges, and they don't find anything wrong with that. That's okay. The more you fuck around, though, the more you're gonna find out. So let them fuck around and they will find out for themselves. What you guys are doing is finding out before you fuck around, so then your life doesn't get sprinkled with fuckery. I applaud you guys. And training your dragon, you will have a lifelong connection to that. You'll have a lifelong connection to your dragon. You will no longer have a free roaming dragon that causes danger, that spits fire onto other people and burns you. You use it for good. You use that energy for good. You guys are powerful. You guys are worthy, and you guys got this. Okay? You guys are kings. Don't let today's society, don't fall for the traps. Don't let your dragons fall for the traps. That's another thing about training your dragon. You're training your dragon because that has a mind of its own. You guys have to link like Avatar so you guys can become one. So your mind and your head's mind down there are one. You guys work in unison so you guys can attract maybe a good partner to you and maybe your future children. Or you not being controlled by your dragon. This is how we change, you guys. We change this planet by first changing ourselves so we can see a reflection out onto our earth. Nothing will change if we don't change. So you guys showing up in today's video, wanting better for yourself, you are making a difference more than you know. So thank you. Thank you. This is what's needed. Is encouragement, is support. And if people don't understand this journey, wish them well, but know that you're gonna be doing real good. So don't worry about them, okay? I love you guys. And if you like today's video, let me know in the comments. And yeah, you got my support. And I'm going to keep making these videos, applauding you guys. Because listen, I'm on this journey too, okay? So yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.